Here's a Lakewood Kool operator floor fan. Picked this up yesterday morning. Just finished doing some cleaning and maintenance on it. Turned out pretty good. Fan's pretty much like new, it would seem. I think it's got a lot of hours on it though. It was pretty dirty. Motor was pretty dirty. Took me quite a while to finally get it cleaned up. But it looks good now. Normally I'm not a big fan of these like all plastic floor fans, but this one actually seems pretty decent. I mean, like I said, I think the fan had a lot of hours on it, has a lot of hours on it, and just the fact that the plastic is holding up as it is, and there's no like problems with the tilt breaking or the like the legs or the feet breaking. There's no wobble to the frame or anything like that. That's usually what seems to happen a lot of the time with like the wind machines and stuff like that. They just, after a while, they kind of start to fall apart. This one is pretty solid. This is from 96. So it's an older one for an all plastic floor fan. Like, this is maybe one of the first ones of this style. I don't really know, but it's pretty solid. It's a pretty good one. I like the label. That's cool. And then I really like this. This was a nice touch. It just seems like a Lakewood characteristic here. It's the blue cap on the tilt mechanism. How it's got that stamp on the end. The knurled look to it. Kind of reminds me of the speed selector, the top of the speed selector switch on the box fans. It's pretty cool. It has a Macmillan motor on it, which is pretty absurd. An all plastic floor fan with this motor. The motor is dated for November 96. Power rating on it. The draw is 2.3 amps. It just seems like a really unique fan. An all plastic floor fan. Come on, cord, get out of there. Anyway, you have an all plastic floor fan with that motor on it. It's weird. 7-leaf blade, brace blade. Kind of like what you'd see on these box fans. This is a model 227 from 98. Same size blade. The speed variation on this fan is really interesting. It has a really calm low speed, very gentle, and then you turn it up to medium and it picks up a little bit, but not too much. And then you expect the high speed to be about the same, but when you turn it to the high speed, it's like turning on the nitro boosters. It just rips on high speed. So I plugged it into the meter, and I was just curious about the draw, see what the difference in the draw is between the speeds, because it's like low to medium seems like it's not too much, and then you go to the high speed and it's like, wow, what happened? I don't see that too often on a lot of fans. Occasionally you see high jumps like that to the high speed, but kind of took me by surprise on this fan, because on the high speed, I think this gives any box fan a run for its money. as far as air movement goes. You know, any 20-inch box fan you could think of, this probably, I don't want to say it's going to beat any box fan, but it's right up there. It moves a lot of air. I'm pretty impressed with this. For an all plastic fan, it's got some serious air movement going on. So the low speed also makes a really weird noise when I turn it on. It doesn't do it if I go from high. It starts on the high speed, so if I start on the high and then work my way down to the low speed, it doesn't make the noise. But if I started on the low speed, it makes this weird, has this weird motor noise. We'll see if it does it here. Yeah, it's gonna do it. So here's a low. You can probably hear that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that noise is. Seems like it wouldn't be good. But then if I turn it up to medium, it goes away. See, that noise just disappeared. Turn it back down. Sometimes if I go back down to low, that it'll stay gone. Yeah, see, I just turned it back down to low. Now it's not making that noise anymore. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if that's anything I need to be worried about or not. But it's not doing it now. Yeah, the low speed on this is super quiet. There's almost no vibration at all in the fan. The balance is super duper on this, which is weird. Usually an all plastic fan like this, you would expect it to be not so perfect, but this is pretty well perfect. It moves kind of a high volume of air, but again, it's really gentle, really quiet. I think where we're at 123 volts, and right now we're 0.78 amps on the low speed. So here's medium. Turn it up to medium. It's obviously moving a little faster, a little bit more noise. It's moving more air, but it's not too noticeable. Not much vibration there at all. And we're at 1.3. Yeah, this is pretty mellow medium speed. It's quiet, it's comfortable, but it is moving a lot of air. There's the high. We're at 2.37 amps. So you can see the amperage draw kind of correlates with the appearance of how the blade seems to be performing, how the fan seems to be performing. Has a low speed, then kind of a small increment to the medium, and then a big jump to the high speed. So that's a pretty good range. I mean, you've got two pretty comfortable speeds, but then if you need it, the high speed is there if you need to, you know, really move a lot of air, which this fan will do. I don't think that this fan is going to outperform any box fan, but I mean, this is competitive with the best box fans that are out there today. I will for sure say that, at least. Yeah, very powerful. I'm pretty impressed with this, where all plastic floor fans like this are concerned. No complaints about it, really. I mean, the only thing that I kind of don't like about it, I mean, they're not big issues or anything, but I think all of these fans like this probably sound the same, but it has kind of an obnoxiously loud pop when you adjust the tilt. That's kind of annoying. And then the only other thing, and it's not even a complaint, it's just something that I wish they would have done. I wish they would have done something with this speed selector plate there. I mean, that's just super plain. They could have done something with that. They could have put a sticker on there, you know, like they used to do on the old box fans. Put a sticker on there with the like the same colors that match the badge, and have the low, medium, and high printed on there, maybe with a black knob. That would have looked really cool if they did something like that instead of just leaving it plain Jane like that, because if you look at the fan from the backside, it just looks average. It just looks really plain, really average, like nothing special. But where these plastic floor fans are concerned, it is kind of a special fan. You don't see these fans with a motor like this, with this kind of build quality, with actually decent sturdy plastic. I mean, just the fact that this fan is in as good a shape as it is now, after all this time, as much as I think it's probably been used, I think the plastic they used on this is better than anything that came after it. That's why I said I'm never really been a big fan of the wind machines. We've had a couple of them, and by now, I mean, within 5 years, probably, they start to wobble. You know, the legs start to loosen up, things start to come apart, vibrates like crazy, starts having issues. This thing is pretty solid. Pretty impressed with it. Totally going to use it a lot. Especially the low speed. The low speed is just like the perfect comfort speed, if you will. But anyway, yeah, that's the Kool operator by Lakewood. Model, didn't say anything about the model number, 007, I believe. Thanks for watching.